Few hymns carry the weight of human sorrow and divine hope, quite like "It Is Well With My Soul." Behind its words of peace lies a story of heartbreak, suffering, and a steadfast faith in God's eternal promises. It is a narrative that speaks to the universal themes of love, resilience, and unwavering hope. Horatio Spafford was born in 1828 in New York. He was a successful lawyer and real estate investor in Chicago, building a life of comfort and success. More importantly, Horatio and his wife Anna were known for their deep Christian faith. They served alongside evangelist Dwight Moody and dedicated themselves to spreading the gospel. However, life took a devastating turn in 1871. The Great Chicago Fire swept through the city, destroying much of Horatio's wealth and property. Soon after, their 4-year-old son, Horatio Jr., succumbed to scarlet fever. Even in the face of these profound losses, the Spaffords found strength in their faith, trusting that God had a purpose in their suffering. In hopes of finding respite, Horatio sent Anna and their 4 daughters, Annie, Margaret, Bessie, and Tanetta, on a voyage to England. He planned to join them after attending to business in Chicago. Tragically, their ship, the Ville du Havre, collided with another vessel in the Atlantic. As the ship sank, Anna gathered her daughters and prayed, asking God to spare them or prepare them for death. In the chaos, all 4 daughters were lost to the sea. Anna was found unconscious on a piece of wreckage and rescued. Upon reaching England, she sent a heart-wrenching message to Horatio, "Saved alone." As Horatio sailed to reunite with his grieving wife, the ship's captain informed him when they passed over the spot where his daughters had perished. Looking over the ocean that had claimed his children, Horatio's heart broke, yet his faith remained unshaken. Reflecting on his loss, he later wrote, "On Thursday last, we passed over the spot where she went down in mid-ocean. The water is 3 miles deep, but I do not think of our dear ones there. They are safe, dear lambs." It was during this profound moment of grief that Spafford penned the words to "It Is Well With My Soul." The hymn speaks of a faith that holds firm even when everything else is lost. "When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll. Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul." Philip Paul Bliss, a celebrated hymn composer, was deeply moved by Horatio's words and set them to music, naming the tune after the ill-fated ship Ville du Havre. Philip and his wife Lucy were devoted Christians who traveled the country, spreading the gospel through music. Their partnership was a testament to love and shared purpose. Yet just 3 years after composing the melody, Philip and Lucy met their own tragic end. In December 1876, while traveling by train to Chicago, a bridge in Ashtabula, Ohio, collapsed, sending the train plunging into a freezing ravine. The wooden carriages shattered and a fire erupted. Philip managed to escape the wreckage but returned to save Lucy, but both perished. Their deaths were described as a baptism of fire, highlighting the profound love and selflessness of their final moments. Despite these unimaginable tragedies, Horatio and Anna did not turn away from God. In 1881, they moved to Jerusalem and founded the American Colony, a Christian community devoted to serving the poor, the sick, and the needy. The colony eventually became a beacon of hope during World War I, providing food, medical care, and shelter to countless people in need. Horatio passed away in 1888, but his legacy lived on through the American colony as Anna and their daughter Bertha continued their mission. Horatio Spafford's story draws strong parallels to the biblical figure Job. In the book of Job, we find a man who endured unimaginable loss. His children, his wealth, his health, yet he held on to his faith. Similarly, Spafford faced heartbreaking tragedies, including the loss of his children and financial ruin, but remained steadfast in his belief in God's purpose. These stories echo across generations, as the Lord allows them to serve as a reminder of the grace that faith can provide in times of suffering. They inspire us to trust that even in our darkest moments, there is a greater plan at work. Thank you for joining me in exploring the moving story behind It Is Well With My Soul. In our modern world, where uncertainty often feels overwhelming, how can we find peace? As we reflect on this timeless hymn and its message of hope, I invite you to experience a modern reimagining of It Is Well With My Soul, now available on this channel. See how its powerful message connects with today's world.